Now with Sophie, she's here with a safe way to get rid of kitchen sugar ants. Sugar, not just ants, sugar ants.
Sugar ants.
Oh, okay.
Is that just ants that are attracted to sugar? I thought they were attracted to all kinds of food dropping.
They are. I mean, the sugar ant is a nickname for it.
Okay.
It's a brown ant. It's attracted to sugar. It's also attracted to lots of other greasy foods and things. But in a sugar ant colony, there is about 2 queens. Okay, there is a bunch of female worker ants and then a couple of reproductive males.
Sort of like around here.
Yeah, exactly.
Except there's one queen around here.
Exactly.
Okay.
That was my point of the whole thing.
Okay.
That is what the sugar ant colony is like.
Okay, perfect. All right, so in this case, you're saying you have your own concoction that you put together that's different than just what you get off the shelf.
Yes, it is.
Why?
It is because it's safe, basically, because a lot of the...
Not for the ants.
No. We'll get to that. It's very pleasurable for them.
Okay.
No, typically ant sprays and pest sprays from the store could be very toxic, particularly to children, pets. I don't like them.
And humans.
And really to humans. They're neurotoxins. I don't like to use them.
Okay.
So I like to make my own. Now, let me just show you this. Here is the one that I bought from my home. This is a sugar ant hotel.
Well, they're dancing around in there.
No,
They're floating.
Mark,
They're
dead. They're not
floating.
dancing. They're not dancing.
Well, why?
But let me just explain to you. They are, it's like a little rest home for an ant. Okay.
Oh, so they're not actually dead, they're resting.
No,
they're
they are
floating.
dead, but I'm just saying, all right, it's you know, whatever.
Well,
anyway.
Let me just ask you something. You put these out, though, if you have an ant problem. You don't do it on purpose to attract the ants to do this. This is if you have an ant problem.
If you see the ants, that's when you do it.
So this is a safe way to get rid of them.
Yes.
Okay.
And what it basically is it's sugar water and borax. And what happens is the ants can smell this wonderful sugar. They crawl up the sides. They drop through the little holes into their little hotel. Then they have this pleasurable experience as they're consuming the sugar.
How do you know? Do they tell you?
No,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's a lovely. They eat the sugar and then bam.
They go leapy
The
time.
borax gets them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That-
Okay.
But
that's lethal.
Yes,
to them.
it's lethal.
Right,
But it's a nice Zen death.
Okay.
A nice zen death. Wow, you have tried to paint this in all different colors, but we get your point.
You get the point.
We get your point.
The point is that these are really pesky little guys to have around your house. And, you know, when you have small children around and dogs and animals, you're right. To have this stuff around that's toxic.
Toxic, and I just don't have
and
it in
that's
my
not
house.
All right,
true.
well, let's make the leapy time medicine.
All right, so the nice Zen potion, here we are. So in a pan, I've made a sugar water with simple sugar syrup. I've put in 4 cups of sugar, 4 cups of water, heated it until the sugar dissolved and melted.
So 1 to 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, in this bowl here, I have borax. I have 4 cups of borax, and simply I'm going to add the sugar solution.
So equal parts of everything. Equal parts water, equal parts sugar, and borax.
Thanks for making it so simple, Mark.
Well, we try to do that. I try to do that.
Try to make everything simple here.
And then you just mix it up. Now, we have the final concoction right here, all right? And that I put in, so that's not obviously to drink. It looks like lemonade.
Yes.
Now, would you like to have a go at making one?
I'm not going to taste that.
No, no.
Oh, when you say have a go at it, you make one.
Have a go at making one,
If you're going to put this in a
Mark.
jar at home, make sure you mark it with like a skull and crossbones and say that this is
really good.
Yeah.
Oh, Christine, first
sorry.
you might want to put in the kitchen paper.
This is a paper towel. This is what it's called, a paper towel.
Paper towel.
Okay, it's called a paper towel.
Okay,
You
paper
called
towel.
it kitchen paper?
That's okay. In England, they call it kitchen paper.
Yes.
Oh,
so
to go with like toilet paper, kitchen paper?
Mark.
All right.
We're going to
I'm
just
trying
put
to
one
understand you.
slice of kitchen paper in per mason jar.
Okay.
All right. Then you're going to fill it with your little.
Can you?
May I ask you something? Do you have to shake this because some of the residue?
Yes, you absolutely do
And
want
can
to
I
shake it.
ask the purpose of the kitchen paper? Like, why do you put it in there?
Because when you actually want to remove the whole thing, can you see how my ants have rested onto the actual paper? So it's
Yeah.
much easier to remove and disassemble the whole thing when you want to get rid of it.
You can't just dump it out?
You can, but it's just easier with this.
Okay.
Mark, they get caught into the fibers of the kitchen paper.
Do you hear them?
Mark, shut up.
Mark.
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
I think that chocolate.
Yeah, went right to your head. Or it's either that or the bourbon from my peach barbecue
one of the
sauce.
two. All right, so we fill now.
On me, it's
what
burning.
you want to do, Christina, is you just want to add it until there's about an inch headspace. You want it quite near the top
didn't
so
do
that
it
they
right.
don't have to go too far. And
Okay.
if you put on the lid, and then you want to, with a hammer and a nail, just make about 8 holes in the top.
All right. Now, I know in a colony, though, there are queens, and if you don't get rid of the queen, I mean, they're going to come back. So how do we know where to find the queen and what it looks like, and how to attract
so you're
them?
so right. So these sugar ant hotels or rest homes, they are getting the workers, but they're not getting the queen. So if you have a real ant problem, you want to get the queen. This is what I do. I get, this is half a cup of confectioner sugar, and then I have 1 tablespoon, of borax. I mix it up like so. And then what I do is I make a little trail of it all around the areas where the ants are really bad, the ant trails. And you'll find the ant trails, you know, in just along your counter, in the little crooks of windows. And what happens is they'll come in, the workers, they will grab that sugar, they will take it back as a little gift to give to their queen.
Oh.
And of course,
they virtually poison her?
they will
They
poison
do.
their queen.
Oh, this is now going dark. More details on our Home and Family website at hallmarkchannel.com/Home and Family TV.
I should be very careful
Go
around
to
here.
Sophie's website, sophieuliano.com.